Okay, Year 6, let's get ourselves ready for a Year 6 maths meeting. You're going to need something to write with and something to write on. So if you haven't got those things, pause the video, grab those things that you need and come back and join us. All right, let's get started. We're going to kick off with efficient Addison today. Addison's going to add that 49,999 to 8,697 using the most efficient method. So pause Addison, have a go yourself. All right, let's see how you got on. Now I can see that 49,999 just needs one more to be a nice rounded number to add with. So I'm going to take one from the 8,697 and regroup it onto that 49,999. It changes my equation, but it keeps my total exactly the same. So 50,000 add 8,696 gives me a total of 58,696. Well done if you've got it. We're moving on to Theo now. Theo's thinking of a number. He added 17, divides it by 2, he then subtracts 3, and he ends up with 50. We've got a really good method for Theo thinks. You've got 5 seconds to try and remember it. So you should have a method that looks a bit like this. Theo's thinking of a number, added 17, divided it by 2, subtracted 3 and ended up with 50. So go ahead and pause Theo and try and find out the number Theo was thinking of. All right, let's see how you got on. So we don't know the number he's thinking of, so I've used a question mark to show that variable. But I do know he added 17. I do know he went on to divide by 2, then subtracted 3 and ended up with 50. I'm going to work backwards. I'm going to inverse back up to the number that he started with. So he took away 3, I'm going to add 3, 53. He divided it by 2, so I'm going to times it by 2. 53 times 2, 106. He added 17, watch out, I'm going to take it away. 106, take away 17. Theo should have been thinking of 89. Let's see. Yes, he was. Well done if you got that one. All right, we're moving on to Debbie now. Debbie Decimal makes it whole and she makes it small again. So Debbie's doing 2.3 times 8. All right, let's start with an estimate. .3 is almost 2. So 2 times 8 gives me 16. Debbie's answer needs to be somewhere near 16. So we're going to set it up. 2.3 as a whole number multiplied by 8. So go ahead and pause, Debbie. Set yours up in long multiplication. Solve it, and then we'll come back and check. All right, let's see how you got on. I took my 2.3 and I made it a whole number, 23. But I'm still timesing it by 8. 23 multiplied by 8. So let's go and times those ones first. I've got 8 times 3 gives me 24. Watch out now because I'm going to times by the tens. So it is 2 times 8, but it's 20 times 8. So let's put that 0 in as a placeholder. 2 times 8 gives me 16, 160. So let's combine those parts again to give me the whole. That gives me 4, 8, 1, 184. Hang on a minute. 184 looks far too big. Debbie Decimal made it whole and she makes it small again. Let's check the estimate. 16. My answer, 18.4. I made it 10 times bigger. I've got to make it 10 times smaller again at the end. Well done if you got that one. All right, we're moving on to Noah. Let's know what Noah knows. We're going to use related facts to solve these equations, which look quite tricky. So go ahead, pause your video and solve those 3 equations. Watch out for that last one. All right, let's see how we got on. So looking at that first equation, I know 5 times 6 is 30, but that wasn't the question. 50 times 60, that's 100 times bigger to give you 3,000. Let's look at the next one. I've got 9 times 4, I know that's 36, but I've got 10, 100, 1,000 times bigger to give me 36,000. Let's look closer at that third one. I've got 5.2 times 200. Well, I know 5.2 times 100 is 520. So if I double that, I'm actually timesing it by 200 like the question asked me. So I've got 1,040. Let's look at another method. I know 5.2 times 2 is 10.4, but it wanted me to do 200, not 2, so I'll make it 100 times bigger. Either method, either way, you're ending up with your same answer, 1,040. Well done if you got that one. All right, Noah again. Noah's dividing this time. We're going to use related facts to solve these equations which look quite tricky. So go ahead and pause Noah and work those out. All right, let's see how we got on. I know 56 divided by 7 is 8, but that's not the question. I wanted 56,000 divided by 7, well, 8,000. Let's look at that second one. I know 36 divided by 6 is 6. That 36 was actually 3,600, 100 times bigger. So my answer is 100 times bigger. All right, let's move on to Patty place value. These equations look tricky. It looks like you've got lots to do, but really think about it. By estimating, you're already answering the question. So go ahead and pause Patty and work them out and then come back. All right, let's see how we got on. Well, I know that 2 times 1,000 is 2,000. So let's move that place value into the thousands and put those zeros in as a placeholder. See how the digits all stay in the same order, and then zeros to hold those places if you need them. That gives me 2,300. Let's look at that second question. 6.21 times 100. So let's go ahead and estimate 6 times 100, 600. Let's move those places. See how I keep all my digits in the same order? Oh, 621. Well done if you got both of those. All right, on to squaring it with Sid now. Pause Sid and have a go at squaring those numbers. All right, let's see how you got on. 8 squared is 8 times 8. 8 eighths are 64. 5 squared, 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Now watch out for this last one, it's got 2 steps. So I've got 6 squared, 6 times 6, and I've still got to add that 18 on to give me 54. Well done if you got those 3. Say it with Sam. Ready? We're going to say this equation with Sam. Don't worry, don't overcomplicate it, just say it with Sam. I am finding 1/5 of 35. Your turn. Hope you're saying it. I am finding 1/5 of 35. Say it again. Now pause the video and have a go at solving this equation. All right, let's see how you got on. I am finding 1/5 of 35. Well, how do I find a fifth? To find a fifth, I divide it by 5. All the equation's asking you to do is do 35 divided by 5, and we know that's 7. Well done if you got it. Watch out for this next, Sam. We're going to say it with Sam. Now watch out, it's division this time. I am finding 1/9 of 1/5. Your turn to say it. Let's try it again. I am finding 1/9 of 1/5. Say it again. All right, go ahead and pause Sam and see if you can find 1/9 of 1/5. All right, let's see how we got on. I am finding 1/9 of 1/5. 1/9 of 1/5. I times them across. 1 times 1 gives me 1. 9 times 5 gives me 45. Oh, of course, 1/5 divided by 9 is going to become very small indeed to give me 1/45. Well done if you got that. It's been a long time since we said that with Sam. Great job, Year 6. You finished your maths meeting for today. You can always go back through the video. If there's anything that you want to revise, any notes you want to make, any methods you want to practice, you can use the video again. Well done for your hard work today, and I'll see you for our next maths meeting.